Peggy 3.
Welcome back to the boot room. Once again, myself and Darren Cross from Match Magazine are here with more tips to make you a better FIFA 13 player. Now, last week we looked at corners, but this week we're going into more specifics, aren't we, Darren?
Yeah, that's right. We're looking at custom corners, which you make before you begin a game, and then you can use them online and offline.
So with a little bit of practice on the training ground, you can actually have quite a lot of success with these, can't you?
Yeah, I've been using them a lot lately and scoring quite a lot of goals, so it's definitely worth having one or two in your locker.
Now, we'll get to the nitty-gritty in just a second, but first, where do you need to go to set up a custom set piece?
Just head to the arena, hit the back button on the controller to bring up the practice arena menu, and then just create set piece from there.
So we can see the pitch here, so what's next?
So choose a region, so you want to go for the top right region or the bottom right region, which is specifically for corners. And then once you've got that selected, that will throw you in and you'll see that you've got a player with a red cursor. From that point then you get to decide how your corner's going to play out.
Now specifically, you're actually setting up one which involves your centre backs, aren't you, here?
Yeah, that's right, and you can do anything you like really. That's the beauty of a created corner. But here I've moved my centre back up to the edge of the box. I want him to make a timed run, surging into the area, and I want players around him to create space for him to do that. So that's what I've gone for.
So it's all about recording player movements here. So what do you have to do to record these movements?
So the first thing to do is to select the player that you want to move. You do that with the right stick, that will move the cursor around. Once you've got the right player, then you hit the record button and you move the left stick to map out basically the run that he's going to make when that corner's being swung in.
And that will leave a trail, won't it? And I guess if you're not happy with the trail, you can just go and re-record it again.
Exactly, yeah, it leaves a run path. So if it's not quite right, you just restart or move them to a brand new position. You can do whatever you like. Like I said, that's the beauty of the custom corner really. You can change it as many times as you like, select a new run path and then do the same for the players around him until you're really happy with what you've got.
Now you selected a run path here for different players. The first one was the player you actually wanted to hit the ball to, but you've created some distractions in there as well.
That's right, and that's how I recommend to start with any created set piece really. Think about what you want to achieve with it. And in this case, I wanted the centre back to come into the box and hopefully get a free header. Map that path out first using the record function that we just mentioned, and then around him use your player's movement to create space. So select a different player and try and draw a defender away from the area that you want to get your centre back into.
And once you've created those run paths, I then guess you've got to test it out.
That's right, yeah, if you hit the A button, you'll be able to test it. If you just delay it for a second before you actually cross the ball in, you can watch the movement of your players and actually see them start to make those runs, and then you can whip the ball in and time it just right.
And you can make up to 4 of these per corner, and then you just have to assign them, yeah?
That's right, yeah, you make 4 for each of the corner regions. They don't carry over, so the 4 that you make in the top region won't apply to the bottom region.
Have you got 4 in your arsenal at the moment?
Yeah, I have, and they're all a little bit different according to the situation. So I've got one for those last throw of the dice moments when I need to get everybody into the box. I've got one just to keep the ball so I can hold on to possession, and I've got 2 that are just there to mix it up a bit really, that I use in sort of everyday play if you like.
And it's really important to name your set pieces appropriately, isn't it, Darren?
Yeah, that's right. I stupidly called mine 1, 2, 3 and 4 at first and then totally forgot what they all did, and that didn't go too well.
I bet it didn't. Learn from Darren's mistakes. Darren, thanks for coming on the show as always. What we're looking at next week?
Next week we're going to look at scoring different types of goals from different situations.
Excellent. I look forward to it. Don't forget you can catch Darren in Match Magazine every Tuesday, and we'll see you next week in the boot room.